My name is Amy. Can you say hello, Amy? Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me today. So this session is brought to you from South East Dance, the Welcome Project. And today we are going to be doing some dancing, moving and exploring. To get the most out of the session, you will need a blanket. Now, if you don't have a blanket, please don't worry. You can also use a tea towel or maybe even a pillowcase. Before we get started, please make sure that your space is as clear as possible, so there are no toys or furniture that might get in the way of you and your dancing. Please make sure that you're wearing some really nice comfortable clothing that you can move in and you've got water to hand. And for everyone, please join in a way that's right for you. So if at any point you need to make any variations or stop because you feel unwell or need a rest, please do so at any time. And finally, if the children or adults are really enjoying a certain activity, or if you feel like you need a little bit more time exploring and moving, please feel free to stop and pause the video, and you can also rewind it. Fantastic! Now it's time to warm up. So, if we would like to stand up in our safe dance spaces that we've just made. Today for our warm-up, we are going to be doing lots and lots of waving. And we're going to be waving all in different directions. Up high, down low, out to the side, and then we'll see where else we might be able to wave. We will also be doing some tapping, and we will be doing some hugging as well to make sure that we are all nice and warm for our dancing today. Let's go. Fantastic, everyone. Can you start by showing me where your hands are? Brilliant. And we start by just giving our hands a really big wave. Lovely. So from side to side. So we're all saying hello to each other. Very, very nice. Can we wave up high? So as high as we can go. Stretching those arms all the way up. And down low. How low can you wave? Can you wave even lower than me? Brilliant. Can you wave towards me? Towards the screen. Hello, everyone. Can we wave all the way back? To the side. And to the other side. Brilliant. Can you wave to your friends in the room? Can you wave to all of your friends in the room? Maybe you can wave out the window to someone else. Brilliant. How many different ways can you wave? Brilliant. Up high, down low. So you can copy me, or you can make up your own waving. How many different ways can you wave? Can you wave a different body part? I'm waving my elbow and saying hello. Brilliant. Can we wave our heads? What about our shoulders? Can you wave them really, really quickly? Lovely. What about our hips? Legs. Can you give them a shake? A wave, hello shake. Very nice. Can we tap our heads? And our shoulders. And our knees. And our heads. And our shoulders. That's it, lovely. Keep going, everyone. And our knees. And can we give ourselves a really hug. We are all missing hugs at the moment. So nice big hug. Very, very nice. Can we give our knees a little hug? Brilliant. And can we give our other knee a little hug? You can also do this on the floor or in a chair if it's more comfortable. So give our knees a little hug. Could we give our elbows a little hug? Just a little squeeze hug. And the other elbow. Lovely. And one more great big hug. Brilliant. And then let's do one more big wave to everyone. Fantastic work. We are now going to head down to the floor where we will be doing some floor stretches. Thank you for joining me on the floor, everyone. We are now going to do some stretches to finish our warm-up. We are going to start by reaching our hands up all the way to the sky, and we're going to look up and we're going to say, "Hello, sun." Brilliant. Can you do that with me? Hello, sun. We're going to reach all the way down and give the floor a big wave and say, "Hello, ground." Hello, ground. We do that one more time, reaching all the way up, and we're going to say, "Hello, sun." And then all the way down, "Hello, ground." Can we find two incy-wincy spiders with our hands? Brilliant. And then the incy-wincy spiders are going to climb down the water pipe. And then they're going to climb back up. And then one of them is going to climb along our arms and back down. And the other one's going to climb along the arms and back down. They're then going to climb along our legs all the way to our toes, and they're going to give our toes a little tickle. And then they're going to go all the way back up. Incy-wincy spiders all the way back down the other leg. Giving your toes a little tickle. And then all the way back up. Onto your tummy. Onto your head. And even onto your nose. Oh dear. We then want to brush the spiders away. Brushing them all the way down to our feet, onto our head, and just a little one off our nose. Fantastic. Can we bring our legs into sitting? And we're just going to go for a little tilt from side to side. Lovely. So it's a bit like we're in an aeroplane that's flying in the sky. Very nice. And then from here, we're going to make ourselves into a really small ball. And then we're going to stretch out like a starfish. And a really small ball. And then we're going to stretch out like a starfish. And coming back to rocking, our aeroplane rock. Tilting from side to side. You might even want to try with straight legs. From side to side. And then we make ourselves into a really small ball. And then we're going to stretch out in the starfish. Brilliant. Really small. This time, how else can we stretch? Can you stretch out towards me? Can you stretch away from me? To either side of the room. Maybe you're stretching out to your friend in the room. How else can you stretch? Fantastic, beautiful stretching, everyone. And then let's let the hands turn all the way back down to rain. And coming to sit back down. Fantastic. I will see you in just a second. So, before we move on to our creative task, we are going to play a game with my tambourine. When I shake my tambourine like this, we are going to walk around the space we're in. Let's give that a go. So walking around the space. And when my tambourine stops like that, we are going to freeze. Shall we try that together? Let's go. Freeze. Let's have another little go. Freeze. Did you freeze? Brilliant. This time, when my tambourine stops, you are going to make a shape. So you can choose whether you're going to copy me or if you're going to make up your own shape moves. Your shape could be really big, it could be really small, it could be really wide or really tall, or maybe you have some of your own ideas. Let's give that a go. So walking around the space and shape. Freeze, hold it. And freezing in our shapes. Lovely work, everyone. That was a quick one. Another quick one. And walking around our space. Brilliant. Now this time, when my tambourine stops, we are going to balance like a flamenco. Beautiful. So to do that, we can see if we can lift one leg off the floor. And if we start to wobble, we can just put our toes back down and still have some lovely flamenco arms. Let's give that a go together. Are you ready? So when it shakes, we're going to move around our room. Can we be a flamenco? Beautiful flamencos, everyone. And lovely flamencos. Remember, put our foot down if we're wobbling. Lovely, and we can have nice big flamenco arms. Lovely. Last flamenco. Now, when I tap my drum like this, we are going to imagine that we are giant elephants and we are going to stomp around our room. Let's have a little practice go. So make sure we've got lots of space around us. Lovely, nice big heavy elephant stomping. Did you stop at the same time as the tambourine? Can we start at the same time? Brilliant. So, to put that all together, we have got shaking, which means we're walking around our space. We have got tapping, which means our elephant is stomping around the room. And we've got the freeze of the tambourine, which means we can do a shape or our flamenco balance. And you can choose what you do. So you can either make some really cool shapes, or you can be a flamenco, or you could do a bit of both. It's up to you. Let's put that all together. Are we ready? Fantastic. Freeze in a shape. Getting ready for our elephants. One more time. And let's do a big star shape to finish. And let's have a little round of applause. Brilliant work, everyone. I will see you in just a minute to start our creative tasks. So it is now time to get our tea towels and small blankets, like this. And together we are going to see how many different ways we can move our blankets or tea towels. Let's get exploring. So, with our blankets and tea towels, how many different ways can we move it? Can we start by giving our blankets and tea towels a little shake? Lovely. So can we shake as quick as we can, as quick as we can? Shake, 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 shake. Lovely. Can you shake towards me? And can you shake away from me? Lovely. Can we shake a little bit slower? So we're moving our blankets a little bit more slowly. And quickly. As fast as you can. Shake, 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 shake. Lovely. And slowly. Can we give our blankets a little float from side to side? So it's like they're flying in the air. Beautiful. How high can you float your blankets? Maybe you're doing this by yourself, or maybe you're working with another person, so you're both holding the blanket. And how high can you make it fly? And back to shaking. Shake, 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 shake. And floating. Lovely. How else can we move the blankets? We can squeeze the blanket. Squeeze and squeeze. We can squeeze the blanket with our hands. What other body parts could we use to squeeze the blanket? Maybe you've got some of your own ideas. We could use our feet. Put the blanket down and we're going to squish our feet on the blanket. Brilliant. We can also use our bottoms to squeeze the blanket. Brilliant. We can also stretch our blanket. Stretch our blanket. You can stretch towards me, away from me, up to the sky, and down to the floor. Let's try that together. Up to the sky, down to the floor, towards me, and away from me. How else can you stretch your blanket? Can you stretch your blanket and make a really lovely shape, like in our game a minute ago? So stretch and make a shape. Stretch and make a shape. Beautiful shape making, everyone. Keep going. Stretching and making a shape. Fantastic. We can also hide behind our blankets. Can we try doing that? Let's hide. And then we can go peekaboo. And back again. 1, 2, 3. Peekaboo. Can we try and peek out of the side? And then back. And then out of the side. And back. How else can we hide and then reappear. Very nice. Can we hide different body parts? Can we hide our hands under the blanket? Can we hide our hands? They've disappeared. Can we hide our toes with the blanket? Can we hide our hips with the blanket? What about our tummies? Maybe even our elbows. They disappeared. So now everyone, we are going to put that all together from the very, very beginning. So with our blankets, we can shake. We can shake our blankets, and you can go as quick or slowly as you like. We can float our blankets like birds flying in the sky. We can squeeze our blanket with our hands. Squeeze and squeeze. We can squeeze with different body parts as well. Elbows, feet, knees. Beautiful. We can also stretch. Stretching and making different shapes like in our game. Stretch and make shapes. And finally, we can also hide and reappear. Hide and reappear. Hide, reappear, and hide, reappear. Keep going with your amazing exploring, everyone. Maybe you have some of your own ideas about how you can move the blankets. And maybe you can put them all together to make a really nice big dance. See you in just a minute. So we have just been exploring how many different ways we can move our blankets and tea towels. Now we are going to use our imagination, and we're going to think about what else can our blankets or tea towels be. They are no longer just a blanket. They can be almost anything we want. Let's get exploring. So, what else can our blanket be? Can it become a wriggly worm? Can we wrap ourselves around in our blankets so we become a little wriggly worm? And can we move around the space as a wriggly worm? We might want to wiggle down to the floor or up high. Let's explore. What else can it be? Can it be a bird? So we make our blankets or tea towels nice and small, and our bird begins to fly. It flies around the space. Can you follow the bird? Where does the bird take you? Can the bird land on your arm? Can it land on your arm? Brilliant, everyone. And then it takes off again. Flies around the room. Can it land on your leg? Like our flamenco balance from earlier. Can it land on your leg? And it takes off again. Where else can it land? Have you got any ideas? Maybe it might land on your head. You've got a bird on your head. What else can it be? What else can your blanket be? Can it be a slithery snake? A slithery snake. You could maybe do a slithery snake on your floor. Move really quickly. Mine even looks a bit like a snake because I've got a green blanket. Fantastic. Can you draw circles with your blanket or tea towel? Lovely. What else can it be? Can it be a pirate ship? So this is my sail on the pirate ship and I'm looking out to sea. What can I see? I can see a desert island over there. What can you see on your pirate ships? Brilliant. Can you feel the wind? So maybe you can make your blanket shake like earlier. Fantastic. What else can our blanket be? Can it be a superhero cape? Can you fly? What kind of superhero are you? Can you move around the room as a superhero? What else can it be? Can it be a magic carpet? And then can you sit on your magic carpet? And can you fly on your magic carpet? Where are you travelling to? Maybe you've got some of your own ideas where you're going on your magic carpet. What else can the blanket be? Can it be a tiny little bunny rabbit? Lovely. Can you give your bunny rabbit a nice big hug? Maybe it can be your favourite animal. And finally, can your blanket become a really cosy bed or nest? Can your blanket be a really comfy bed or nest? And with your bed or nest you've just made, you're going to take a little lie down, ready for our cool down. So hopefully we are all on our little blankets in a really comfy position. Can we find another comfy, sleepy position? So this is my second comfy position. And we're just going to take a little rest. Lovely. And then we're going to stretch the arms up, coming to sitting on our bottoms. And then we're going to find one more comfy, sleepy position, sleepy shape. And we're going to have a nice little rest. Very nice. And then stretching the arms up, coming back to sitting on our bottoms. With both hands, can we yawn and reach up to the sky? Very nice. And can we go back the other way, so reaching all the way up like a really big yawn and coming back down. Can we put one hand in a big pot of magic paint? And you can decide which colour the paint is. And then we're going to draw a rainbow all the way above our head. Very nice, everyone. Look at the rainbow you've just drawn above you. And then we're going to draw another one all the way back. Let's do the other side. So putting our hand in a lovely big pot of paint. And then we're going to draw another big rainbow as big as you can. Reaching over to the other side. And then reaching all the way back. Very nice. Can we have one more stretch all the Rain comes back down. Stretch all the way up to the sky. Rain comes back down. Let's put some stars in the sky, as many as you like. Very nice. And then just to finish, can we tickle our head, our shoulders, our knees, our toes, very, very gently, our face, our cheeks. And then can we bring our hands together and can we have a big round of applause? Thank you so much for joining me again today, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed that. And thank you for all of your dancing and creativity. I will see you next week. Bye.